Samsung Galaxy S24 Ultra rumors are picking up steam now that we're just about 6 months removed from the arrival of the Galaxy S23 Ultra. Naturally, people are beginning to wonder how Samsung follows up on the current best phone's top pick. We request you to subscribe to our channel. Some of those details have already emerged, with rumors pointing to camera improvements, design tweaks and other new features. And keep in mind that the Galaxy S24 Ultra isn't expected until early next year. We've got plenty of time for more rumors to emerge. Drawing on some early Galaxy S24 leaks along with rumors specific to the Ultra model, here's what we've heard so far about the Galaxy S24 Ultra, along with what we hope to see from Samsung's premium handset. A prominent leaker predicts improvements to the Galaxy S24's Ultra 3x telephoto lens. The rest of the Samsung Galaxy S24 lineup could take its cues from the Ultra model and feature fLTPO displays. Samsung's had a busy year. The Galaxy S23 lineup arrived in February 2023, with the mid-range Galaxy A54 making its debut a few months later. Now that the Galaxy Z Fold 5 and Galaxy Z Flip 5 launches have happened, Samsung can turn its full attention to the Galaxy S24 models, including the S24 Ultra. Galaxy S phones tend to debut in the first 3 months of a new year, with Samsung favoring a February announcement to introduce us to its latest flagships. With that in mind, we'd expect to see the Galaxy S24 Ultra debut alongside the rest of the S24 lineup in February 2024. That's just an educated guess, of course, and more definitive rumors about a possible launch date should surface in the coming months. It's far too early to talk Galaxy S24 Ultra pricing. Our biggest wish is that Samsung holds the line on pricing or even finds a way to lower the cost of the phone from the Galaxy S23 Ultra's $1,199 starting price. Given all the premium features Samsung packs into that model plus the rising cost of smartphone parts, though, a price cut would be a long shot. We'd be happy just to see the same $1,199 starting price, especially in light of rumored price hikes that surfaced before the Galaxy S23's launch earlier this year. With Samsung introducing the Ultra's design across the Galaxy S23 lineup this year and even making its lower-cost Galaxy A phones look a lot like the Ultra, we wouldn't expect a radical design change for the Galaxy S24 Ultra. Samsung clearly likes the look of having a row of camera lenses descending vertically down the back of its phones and is likely to stick with that approach, even if some of the concept designs we've included with this article suggest a more radical new look. Likewise, the last few Ultra models have featured a 6.8-inch panel, one of the largest screens you can get on a phone that doesn't fold. We'd expect Samsung to stick with that 6.8-inch display for the Galaxy S24 Ultra. The biggest display change could be to its refresh rate. Since the Galaxy S20 Ultra, that giant display has been capable of a 120 Hz refresh rate. More recent models have been able to scale down to 1 Hz when the activity on screen is more static. The Galaxy S24 Ultra could mix that up by increasing its maximum refresh rate to 144 Hz. That claim comes from the SamLover rumor site in a post containing several supposed details about next year's top Samsung phone. There are other devices out there with a 144 Hz displays, though most of them are gaming phones. Given that Samsung likes to tout the gaming capabilities of its Ultra model, the fast processor, the big display, the internal cooling system designed to cut down on performance lags, it's not that big a stretch to imagine the S24 Ultra adopting this particular feature. Samsung's big camera change to the Ultra model happened this past year when the Galaxy S22 Ultra's 108MP main sensor made way for a 200MP shooter. We wouldn't expect another big leap forward, though SamLover does claim that Samsung will make some improvements to the sensor. This could mean anything from a wider aperture to let in more light to improvements in color reproduction. The site later claimed that the sensor size would be increased to 1 inch, which would be the same as the Xiaomi 13 Ultra and larger than the one rumored for the iPhone 15 Pro Max. It's not going out on a limb to claim that whatever Qualcomm's top silicon is at this time next year, it'll be in the Galaxy S24 Ultra. The Galaxy S23 lineup was entirely powered by Qualcomm chipsets after years of Samsung also including its own Exynos chips in some models. Samsung had been rumored to be sticking with the all-Qualcomm approach for next year's S24 phones, though some now argue that Samsung will return to using Exynos chips in some models of its next flagship. While that would be worrisome in the past, Exynos chips haven't always performed as well as their Snapdragon counterparts. Samsung may be working to improve its silicon. Leaked Exynos 2400 benchmarks have that chip posting better multi-core results on Geekbench than we've seen from Snapdragon 8 Gen 2 and S16 Bionic devices. The Exynos 2400 would be the chipset Samsung might use in lieu of the Snapdragon 8 Gen 3, which is likely to debut by the end of the year. Rumors claim that Apple's upcoming S17 Bionic chip will be the only one built on a 3nm process this year, which could put both the upcoming Qualcomm and Samsung silicon at a disadvantage in terms of speed and power efficiency. One rumor claims the Snapdragon 8 Gen 3 will support UFS 4.1 storage, but considering how that storage spec has yet to be announced, we'd rank that claim as a dubious one. One rumor claims that Samsung could add a new stacked battery to the Galaxy S24 Ultra, alongside an improved cooling system. The idea here is that a stacked battery is much denser, offering more power in an equal amount of space. According to one report, that could see an improvement of around 10% in this particular instance. This new battery design will apparently push the S24 Ultra's maximum charging speed up to 65W, which would be almost 50% faster than the 45W charging in the Galaxy S23 Ultra. The battery is also said to remain at 5000 mAh. Given how thin Galaxy S24 Ultra rumors are at this point, that leaves an awful lot of room for us to fill in the blanks with features we hope to see. After all, as capable a phone as the Galaxy S23 Ultra may be, there are still some areas that Samsung could stand to improve. New S Pen capabilities. Samsung added S Pen support with the release of the Galaxy S21 Ultra, and by the time the S22 Ultra arrived, it figured out how to include storage for the stylus within the phone's design. S Pen improvements with the Galaxy S23 Ultra were non-existent, though, as Samsung focused on other areas. We hope the Galaxy S24 Ultra lavishes more attention on the S Pen, adding support for new capabilities. These could include new S Pen Air actions or possibly remote control over additional Galaxy S23 Ultra functions. Faster charging. The Galaxy S23 Ultra remains stuck on 45W charging, even as other Android phones, most notably devices like the OnePlus 11, let you top off your phone much faster. We'd like to see charging speeds more befitting of a phone with an Ultra name. No price change. We mentioned this above, but we're hoping that whatever changes Samsung introduces to the Galaxy S24 Ultra aren't accompanied by a change in price. That goes for our friends in other parts of the world who did wind up paying more for the Galaxy S23 Ultra, as Samsung adjusted for currency fluctuations. While Ultra models boast more than their fair share of premium capabilities, $1,199 remains a steep price for a smartphone. Samsung would do well to remember that even the best phones can't cost so much that they're out of reach for most shoppers.